Hi guys, this is speech number 2, my narrative speech. For this speech, I really want to talk about setting goals and having dreams. And I'm not talking about having a goal and just forgetting about it. I'm talking about having a goal and actually working to achieve it. Since I started competing in dog agility in 2009, I had a dream of someday making the USA Agility World Team. It's kind of like the Olympics, but in the dog world. At the start of my 2013 agility season, I thought it'd be just like any other year of agility. I would compete, have fun with my dogs, and earn some ribbons. However, I think my dogs had a different idea, because we made it to regionals. Going to regionals was only my 4th time traveling for agility, and it was the biggest event I had ever attended, with some really good competitors coming from all over the Northwest, including 2 world team members. I decided we were just going to have fun and do our best and not worry about the outcome. That's exactly what we did. Much to my surprise, we ended up qualifying for nationals. I felt that I had made a huge achievement just by qualifying for this event. However, I knew I'd not be able to go because nationals was going to be held over 2,000 miles away in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I continued to compete in agility locally, that is, until the entry for nationals was released. The day it came out, I knew I had to find a way to go. I had to do this to be on the path to achieve my world team dream. I talked to my dad about traveling to Tennessee. He said he couldn't take the time off of work and I couldn't miss that much school. I didn't let that stop me. I posted on Facebook asking for some suggestions. I was thinking I could fly me and my dogs there, but that would be way too expensive. I asked some family members if they could go travel with me, but they didn't have the time or the money to go all that way. Then, one of my friends from agility that lives in Utah read my post and called me. She said she was driving to nationals and she had room for me. I just had to pay half the gas and half the hotel fees. I told my dad the plan and he was still concerned about school. I talked to him about doing online school, so he looked into it and found that it would be a great fit. I was so close to getting to go to nationals. Only one more thing stood in my way: the money. For the 2-week trip, I needed to raise $3,000, so I got to work. I decided to do fundraisers. I had an online campaign set up to raise money. I also went to local pet stores and told them my story. They had me set up a booth in front of their store and talk to people who walked in. It's finally time for nationals, and I had made over $3,000 that I needed to go. I packed up all the stuff me and my dogs needed and headed out to meet up with my friend in Utah. The next day, we were off on the 4-day drive. We got to stop and see a lot of sights, so the drive went by a lot faster than I thought it would. We finally arrived, and I was so excited to see everything and just take in the fact that I was there. I made it to nationals. The first day of competing didn't go so good. My head was not in it, and I was so overwhelmed by everything. That night at the hotel, my friend told me, just believe, have fun, enjoy the game. I said that over and over to myself. The next day when I stepped on the start line with my dogs, I said it again to remind myself that it doesn't matter what happens. I'm here. I made it. Let's just have fun. The next 4 days we did great. I couldn't have been more proud of my dogs. At the end, out of 1,300 dogs, Epic placed 97th and Jessie placed 35th. We didn't have a first place finish, but it was our first time at a national event, and I was the only person from Idaho, one of only 3 people under the age of 18 competing, so I was very excited. After nationals, we ended up getting sponsored to do agility. I'm now traveling more and going to even more regional and national events. We have not made the world team yet, but I know it's in my future, and I won't stop at anything to achieve it. Thanks, guys.